Hey, man. Larry. France. Francois. Oh, it's so good to see you all today. Trent. Danny, my buddy. Charlie Parker. Hey, Bob. Yay. Hey, Alp. I'm very healthy. Hey, friends. It's on round 2. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hey, England's calling. Johnny, intro d'acqua. Ah. Grecia. I'm gonna take my time today. Hey, Joe. Oh. Whoa. John, Bethel Road rules. Hey, happy Friday. Ah. Niente. Oh, yeah. Hey, happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the noon edition of my own little legend in my own mind show. Turkey, Greece. This is a place where we can come together, see? Isn't that amazing? Just amazing. I love life, and those who know that I've traveled know I know what I'm talking about. Here I have two beautiful comments, one from my friend in Greece, Evgenia, hey, she's here. And then my friend from Turkey, Alp, hey, he's here. I love you both. How's it going? Corona? No corona. I don't have any, thank God. Hey, England's calling. It's great to see all of you from around the globe supporting this beautiful show, because guess what? You are. You are the supporters, see? And I'm the talent, so we don't need to have commercials unless we want them. Today we got a great guest. I've known him for a long time, and he happens to be very well known, and he's the organist for the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, Matthew Kaminsky is here, and we're going to have him on the big screen in just a moment. But first, I'm just playing some music, catching up with you on Friday. Pretty good start to the day. How about all of you? Doing okay today? Oh, hey. Well, see, sometimes you have to do things, so I just do it. I have to make an apology to Tommy because I got a little heated, and I don't like when I get heated, so I can take it back on the music, but I just want to make a public apology because when I'm heated, I don't like myself. So how you all doing today, man? Good? Yeah, so I see the hearts and the what do you call those? Thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. Indonesia, I love you all too. Yeah, so Matthew Kaminsky, the organist for the Atlanta Braves, and my good friend. We're having some great variety here, and I love you all so much. Vancouver rocks. You know, I was just there with Steve Smith and Vinny Valentino in our Groove Blue celebration summer series. Remember? Maybe I met you there. Yeah. Well, you know what? I like George Benson and Jimmy Smith together, too. They did a little tune called Mimosa. Doesn't a little cocktail of some kind sound good right now? Let's get that Let's get a Caribbean feel. Where are we? We're going to get a little different here. We're going to make it real loose, okay? You're going to like this. Oh, not that one. Sorry again, folks. Yeah, I think I'm going to go to where I feel most comfortable in playing or feel. I was going to try to look for a real loose calypso thing, but it doesn't exist. So let's see what we got in this area. Jimmy Smith and George Pence. Let's see who guesses. Hey, Guy. Buffalo rules. Philly. The Colonel's here. Hey, Steve. I know you. Tim. Andrew. Hey, Juke. I love you, brother. How's things in Colorado? That drummer. At least he shows up on time as long as he doesn't run out of battery. Oh. Let's get some glass. It's hard to talk because I'm taking 2 solos, but I'll try to even talk. The left hand has got its own thing to say, and so does the right. Now they're back together. Harmony. Kazoo. Dinner time. Hey, Fabian. Oh, should I Don Patterson? Why not, man? They all live within us. All of the greats of the past culminate to the future, to the present, actually. And the present is the gift of music. That's the present. It's a big present, too, because I've had the honor and pleasure of playing music my whole life almost. Almost. I was 8 when the Spirits they brought the music to me via an not online, imagine that, door-to-door accordion lessons salesman. And that was like 52 years ago. Hey, Darlene, didn't you dig that, man? Wasn't that fun? So good to see you. Timmy. See, I got both views, both worlds, and I'm so happy to have you all in mind. So thanks for joining me. We're talking about, hey, 2 solos. Yeah, man. Well, I was trying to tell my wife, Asako, she's a very accomplished musician as well. And I've been trying to figure out what makes hand separation. And, I've had a lot of conversations also with drummers, in particular, especially a lot of them with Steve Smith, the drummer that you may well know as the drummer from Journey, the great famous rock band Journey. But Steve is an accomplished musician, and then he just happens to play in Journey as one of his things, but his roster is incredible. So we talk about all that stuff and rhythms and coordination. And a lot of it's muscle memory. I can't lie to you about that, because over years, obviously, like chronic things, you develop patterns. And those things serve well. I guess you would compare them to the old days when, or maybe they still exist, when you were able to build a macros. Does anybody remember what a macros? Maybe they still exist. I just don't use them anymore. But that's when you assign several keystrokes to just one, So playing a bass solo like that is sort of like having some of it controlled by macros. What's the main macros? The time. It's got to stay in there. See, I don't need the rhythm machine. That's the rhythm. See, it was always there. So on Saturdays at 1:30, we have a hand separation class. It goes for anybody who plays keyboards. You don't even have to play keyboards if you just want to learn how to do that on the table. But rhythm separation is very important to begin to be able to separate your 2 hands to start with, to be able to play a separate left hand bass solo and right solo, hand solo. And then there are different parts of the brain, I believe, that function for both of those parts. So, I think my left hand and my left foot are definitely connected to one. Hey, Bill. It's interesting. I hope it's okay on this Friday if I go into a little bit of how I think and play. man. Peter, good to see you, Joey. That begins the ability to do what I was doing. And I got to tell you, once I told you that I was doing it, that kind of broke the spell a little bit. So if you go back and listen before that, you'll see I was as free as a bird because each hand was trusting. Do da ba do ba boo boo da boo do boo ba ba do boo. See, that's what I call the universal one, presented to me as Carl Potter, the great percussionist, who's passed away from Europe. That begins the solo. See, now I can say things. See, I'm talking to my left hand. They were kind of coordinated there. So there they were kind of coordinated rhythmically, but they were also in their own little cut. So to take a solo with both hands, you have to find the cut. It's like a groove. It's like a channel. You know, like water, how water flows. The cut is the cut where the rhythm flows. Yeah. So you want to flow with the rhythm. That's right. All right, so Mimosa. A little bit about my approach to playing left-hand bass. That was Latin. But, you know, Latin and funk are similar. So swing and funk are similar. So it's interesting how that works, okay? Like, for example, I'll do a tune that I did with Steve Smith and Vinny on our Groove Blue, our first recording. Our second one's coming out in September. Let me see if I can find the right cut for this. There's my magic word, cut. And I don't want, too much. These loops, you got to be careful. They may sound cool at the beginning, but after about 5 minutes, that one thing will drive you crazy. So you want to kind of get a groove that's always going to not make you tired. It's just going to hang in there because I'm going to make the groove. You see? This thing is just establishing one groove, but I'm going to make my own. So we saw how Latin and funk kind of had its own little pattern with Mimosa. I'm going to play a famous swing song. Hey, Timmy. I'll be there for you. Who knows this? Yes. Let's get a big band. I love you too, Peter. See, now the problem with the rhythm, it's still playing what it played at the very beginning. So that's really not going to ever go away. So we're going to just call that a constant now. And we're going to build rhythms around it. I'm moving the time around to establish a new kind of rhythm and groove with that constant, now that we depend on it. Strumming my face with a finger. Right? That groove, right? But I'm also swinging. Because you're swinging too. See, I just swung with my right hand. How about if I swing with the bass? See, I'm swinging like crazy. Now I'm back on the... So I can phrase anything in between, or Latin. How about samba? So funk is kind of yeah. Take it out. I'm crazy, you know. Oh. See? Just a flick of the index finger. The drummer can quit instantaneously. And with just a click of the mouse, I can change scenes like, don't forget, tomorrow night and Sunday night, I have a late show. Yes. It's about as far away from this show as I can make it. Guaranteed. because it's 10 hours ahead. It's 10 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. So almost 12 hours from today, right, from now. That'll be tomorrow night. And we always have, not always, but sometimes we have guests, and I'm always honored when we do. I do have a group that I always like to represent that I'm proud of because they're all my friends that you get to meet. A lot of them are in this group because they help me, and my students are there, and we all get together. And we say, let's all stop this COVID-19 and suggest that you stay at home, relax, and listen to some B3. That's this instrument. That gentleman said he likes my B3. This is 1955. So this is the first year it went from a 2 model to the 3 model. And I do have a website, so if you guys are looking to join the group that I talked about tomorrow, the hand separation group, just go to b3monaco.com. And because these group sessions happen weekly, I categorized them in my calendar. Hey, we're not playing out anymore. So you just go to my calendar page and you can just purchase any group that you like. Notice that I have a Tuesday night songbook group. We cover the American jazz standard songbooks. Tomorrow at 1:30, we do the hand separation. And guess what? I'm going to change the title because it's not just for the beginners. It's for everybody, and you'll enjoy it. Even if you play keys, not organ, it'll start getting that coordination. I got a bunch of groups. Simply Blues tomorrow afternoon. For those just getting into it, I'll teach you how to play some simple blues. On Sunday, we dig in just a little bit deeper on the Sunday Tunes group, similar to the American Songbook, just on a different time. And, of course, our lions that come in on the blues class. So we, lions and lionesses, the killers, they eat meat. Hey, I don't know why I'm feeling kind of silly, but I am. I guess it's letting the stress out, maybe, a little bit. Hey, I teach online. I've been doing this for years. And when I teach, I record everything, the video, the audio, even if it's some MIDI data. And there's some all free software that you can use to use after the meeting, after the either be group or private lesson. So for starters, if you haven't taken lessons with me and you'd like to try, hey, man, for $30, it's an hour, just like everyone else. And we get to know each other, maybe come up with a plan. You get to know my style. I don't need you to be there weekly. I don't know the right word. We're flexible over here at Monaco Productions because, as you can see with a click of mouse, I'm a me, myself, operation. I do have group or like buy a bunch of lessons and get real good prices. And, if things are tough right now and you want to take some lessons, just get a hold of me, okay? I love to share music, and people know that. So God bless you all. I do sell CDs. I sent one right out to Bob Clark today. Bob, man, sorry it took me so long. That one took me like 3 days. You guys get it faster from Amazon. But mine was autographed, so I can use that today, I guess. Thank you, Bob, for purchasing. All right, well, enough on my website. You know where to go. b3monaco.com for all your Hammond B3 needs. All right, well, I'm in the mood to bring on this great guy, and I know you're going to love him too. See? Matthew Kaminsky. And wait, before I do it, I owe Matthew some respect here. I'm sorry, it was a typo and my fault. I meant to change it, but I didn't do it. So I want you guys all to go. A round of applause, and my friends that are here on Facebook, send those hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Kaminsky. There he is. Matthew.
Hey,
Hey,
hold on one second. Let me see if here I am.
yes. Yes,
Uh,
fantastic.
I can't see you though for
I
some
know.
reason.
That's okay. You're not going to be able to see me because my feed is going to the broadcast.
Oh, I see. No problem.
So I'm right here, and just imagine you're talking to me, I guess, because you are.
Yeah.
Hey, what? Look at you, man. You look great. How's it going, man?
Good. Good. I'm hunkering down here with my wife and daughters. I have two daughters. They're 6 and 9 years old. So much of my day is doing what we call digital learning, which is Georgia's way of doing online learning for the elementary school students. So it's going.
I find that a lot of my online students are telling me that their schedules have changed in their availability because their families now using the computer for, like you're saying right there, look how much airwaves that now you're going through. Wow, that's
Right.
amazing, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. And the hardest part is both of them having different teachers that assign different things, and sometimes it won't work on one computer, so then I'll have to go to my wife's computer,
Uh,
or then I'll have to go to the iPad. So like I'm troubleshooting really just tech problems throughout the day, just making sure that their homework is working. Hey, before I forget, I want to show you something I found the other day.
oh no, wow. See,
This is
I
called
was
this is called a VHS tape for those of you who don't know.
wow. Hey man, okay,
Live at the 501.
live at the 501. That was a performance. Isn't that the one where the camera's kind of funny?
You know what? I haven't put in my VHS player in a long
Yeah, who
time,
knows
so
even where it's at? You know
who
what's
knows?
it's very interesting, Matthew. I'll tell the audience someday a story about these kind of things, but being an innovator is what we must be to be a survivor and musicians today, right? We have to be
Right.
on top of technology, etc. But man, you've had 3 now releases on Chicken Coop Records, which is a little record label I know a little bit about.
Yeah.
you know, and I've released a few there myself. And, and you've been with the Hammond Organ Company. They have high respect for you. As a matter of fact, I think you use their products a lot at the games, don't you?
I do. So I use the SK2 at Truist Park, where the Atlanta Braves play, and then I bring the single manual SK1 to the college games I play. So I play for the University of Georgia and Auburn, and I do some minor league hockey over here in Atlanta. So the SK1, just 14 pounds, just put on my back and then bring it into the stadium.
Wow. And that's amazing today. I mean, they used to have a built-in console. What's that big thing you got on your, is it way back there? What is
Way
that?
back there. So that's a con organ.
Wow.
I don't know if you remember those, but I actually got that for free as a gift from one of the Fox Theater organists. So here in Atlanta, we have a huge
Yeah.
theater organ in the Fox Theater called the Mighty Mo organ. And the organist, I think in the late 80s, he was the organist. He had some extra ones left in his basement, and he wanted to get rid of one. I said, I'll take it because I use it. If I have a wedding that I have to play for, or a funeral, or something more theater type, then I'll use the con organ for that. It actually has a Leslie speaker inside of it. So not just a con, there's a con speaker in there, but there's actually a rotating horn. So somehow I think Leslie back in the 70s had a deal with con organ.
Whoa. That's
So
amazing.
there
And
is
you take that to the gigs?
no. That's just
I was going to
that's
say.
that one probably weighs more than this B3 over here.
I was going to say, man, isn't that a little challenge? And aren't you afraid it might break? Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Wow, what an amazing thing. Fantastic. You
But
play it, you still play it some. I bet you play it great.
I do, and it's usually just based on a gig.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do play at that Fox Theater where I do have to play some theater organ type of style of playing,
Right.
and it has those. I guess you call them tabs.
Yeah, you got to
So
pull them
no
out, right?
drawbars. Yeah, no drawbars on those.
There's no
So
in-betweens. It's right or wrong.
yeah, you have to know what diapason is, and you have to know what all the pipe organ stops are, tibias,
That's
and all that type of stuff. So it's a really cool organ to work on classical music for.
that's crazy. I love it, man. So tell me, what are you doing right now?
Well, unfortunately, all of baseball or all sports are really just down, right? So the Braves are doing some online things. This Monday, actually, I'll be doing something with the Braves where they'll be showing their 1995 championship run on our local Fox Sports station. So I'll be doing something on Twitter with them.
Mm-hmm.
Before this all happened, I was playing for the Atlanta Gladiators, which was our minor league hockey team. And this was actually the first year I've done hockey. So that's a really fun experience. You know,
Wow.
I grew up in Chicago, so I knew about hockey just from watching Blackhawks games, but playing the organ for a hockey game is really a lot different from playing the organ in a baseball setting. And then I had a whole bunch
Really?
of college games. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of college games that were canceled as well. Yeah, hockey is a lot more. You have to be on your feet a lot more in hockey because anything could happen. You know,
Anytime.
baseball is a slower pace.
I see.
So I could be prepared for baseball, and I've done over 1,000 baseball games. So
Wow.
I could kind of do a baseball game in my sleep these days. But the hockey games, you know, I don't know yet enough about penalties and icing and offsides and all that type of stuff to know these different situations where I have to play.
Yeah.
So I'm still learning the rules as I go along, and it's it's definitely a lot of fun.
Oh man, well, I respect you and I've known you for a long time. And I
Yeah.
wouldn't even know how, what kind of chops, besides the fact that you have great, jazz organ chops. And I know you've studied with a lot of people because I could tell it in your playing and your maturity, but also to have the kind of chops to play baseball organ and hockey organ. How many baseball organists are there today?
I believe there's 16 or 17. So there's 30, I want to say 30, no, maybe 32 baseball teams in the league right now.
So half.
So about half of them have organists. I think there are more hockey teams with organists than baseball teams with organists.
It seems to be more the tradition of that thing, right? To hear that da 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 kind of thing, and right, I guess.
Well, for me, growing up in Chicago, baseball was kind of synonymous with the organ because I would go to Wrigley Field and I would hear, and they have a Lowry organ there at Wrigley Field, but I would hear the organ at those games, so I always kind of associated baseball with the organ. Hockey, like I said, I wasn't as big as a fan growing up, so I'm kind of new to that. But baseball to me should have an organist at every ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Yeah, I think we've known each other since maybe 2003, 2004.
that was just when my career was starting to have some releases that were sticking. So that's amazing.
Yeah, I remember driving up to Columbus, and then I met you, and I got to sit in with your band, and I met Linda over there.
Linda Dactyl, yes.
Yeah, and you had Robert and Louie on the drums.
God, you remember. Got good memory.
So it was a long time ago, but it was a fun time.
Yeah, I don't forget that, and I was real honored because you allowed me to be part of some of your productions in terms of being at the studio, and I also have always been honored that you have tried to do this with the way that I feel that having official releases on official labels are still kind of important, even though I know we're not selling CDs off the bandstand anymore. I think you're in a little bit of a different position, being the way you are. Do you find that you're able to move your CDs because of the audience that you have available?
Well, I do have I have a self-produced baseball organ CD just for those fans who are just into the baseball side of my organ playing.
Uh-huh.
And I find that those sell more because there are a lot more baseball fans, unfortunately, than jazz
Of
fans in
course.
Atlanta. So those are selling a lot more, but I still think being on a label too has gotten me exposure to other things. So, without having met you, then I wouldn't have met Dave Stryker, who I had recorded with on my second album there. And then, kind of through your association as well, getting to meet Bruce Foreman, who I just recorded with him, and Jeff Hamilton. So I believe, being associated with a label and also being associated with you as well has really kind of, got me up a couple of steps in my career. And that's what it's about. It's about the long haul for me, just every year, just doing something a little bit more, and getting to play with all these great people.
Well, you are great, and I'm just so thankful that you took the time to be with me today. And hey, is it possible? Can I ask you to entertain us for a moment?
Sure. You know what? I was thinking that I could play a little bit of baseball music.
Okay.
And then I'll morph into some more of the jazz stuff as well.
Okay. Well, we're gonna put you large on the silver screen. All right, brother. It's all
There
you.
go. Sing along. Play ball.
That's crazy good.
Oh, thank
Just
you so much, Tony.
crazy happy Friday. Wow. That was so classic.
I hope you have some baseball fans out there on your group.
Well, I'm not ready to let you go because of our long relationship. We known each other a long time. Tell them about where they could go to get autographed copies of the CDs and anything else that we could tell them.
Sure, MatthewKaminsky.com. That's MatthewKaminsky.com is where you can find my CDs. Like Tony was saying, I've got a couple from Chicken Coop Records that I'm very proud of. My last one, actually, let me tell you about this last one, was recorded live at a jazz club that unfortunately is no longer here in Atlanta, but is recorded at Churchill Grounds, and it features one of my favorite all-time vocalists, a girl named Kimberly Gordon from Chicago. And for those of you who are fans of Chris Foreman, Kimberly Gordon played for 10 years at the Green Mill with Chris Foreman on the organ, and that's how I kind of got to know her. And I think that's probably my favorite release right here. And then my Twitter page at Braves Organist, I have over about 17,000 Twitter followers, all kind of baseball fans on there. So you could always check out what I'm doing on there.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Matthew.
Thank you, Tony.
And before I let you go, well, no, I got one more for you because,
Oh, sure.
Hey,
yeah.
So what are your immediate plans after the immediate whatevers happen? What are you thinking?
Well, in January, I got to go to Los Angeles. I went down there at first just wanting to go to the NAMM show, which was great. I got to see a lot of cool people out there. But I ended up recording a CD over there. So I've got, like I was saying before, I've got Bruce Foreman on guitar, who is, I know, one of your favorite guys as well.
Yes.
A killer guitar player. And then I was lucky enough to get Jeff Hamilton on drums, which was amazing. So what a band, Jeff Hamilton and Bruce Foreman.
You can't miss.
We recorded an album in 2 days in L.A.
Wow.
And hopefully that sees the light of day sometime soon. I was saving up money to do the mixing and the mastering and everything, and then this all happened. So it might have to, be on the shelves for a little bit until I've saved some more money. But that one's too important not to release. So I gotta somehow find a way with that. Okay. And then, I still do some online things. I have my own show on. Every time the Braves are supposed to have a home series, I host my own show called Walk-Ups with the Braves Organist, where I just play baseball organ music in my basement here. Mm-hmm. So that's on my Matthew Kaminsky Braves Organist Facebook page. Okay. So still trying to stay busy. Oh yeah. But really, most of my time is with my family these days, which is a good thing. It's a good thing to have some time for your family.
You need to be with your family, and God bless you. Thank you again. Keep in touch. Let's keep the organs flying, right? Or burning.
Yeah, Tony. Love you, man.
I love you too, Matthew. See you soon. Okay.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you. What a great guy, Matthew Kaminsky. Just fine people. Hey, we got the side angle view still going. Hey. So thanks. What a great show this Friday. Hey, Lars. Good to see you too. And thank you, Matthew Kaminsky, for blessing us with your presence. It's been really wonderful. I'm going to take it out. Listen, I've got a late night show tomorrow, but I still keep this show every day at noon. As long as this virus is here, I'll be here daily at noon. But just news for you all. April 30th until the Monday, I don't know if it's May the 3rd, May the 4th, I'll be moving. So I won't be able to do the show. So there'll be like Thursday through Sunday night. There'll be an absence of the live shows, but you can watch plenty of reruns because they're all here. I've been doing an hour of committed music every day at noon and 2 a weekend now. So hope to see you tomorrow at noon. If not, we'll see you for sure tomorrow night or Sunday at noon or Sunday night. I'm talking my night. Could be your day, right? So why night and day? Wow, that just gave me the closing song. I love it. Let's do the bossa. Let's do the samba, and everybody can dance on out of here. Night and day. Gustavo. Night and day, you are the one. Only you beneath the moon and under the sun. I haven't played this song in 20 years. Night and day. Why is it so that this longing for you follows me wherever I go? In the roaring traffic gloom, in the silence of my lonely room, my lonely room, night and day, under the heart of such a hungry yearning and its torment won't be through till you till I make a lot of love to you. Yesterday, Pat played It's You or No One. I love you, Joe. I better get on the producer, get the right words on the screen. And its torment won't be through till you let me spend this night making love to you, night and day, night and day, day and night, night and day. You want ollie olio? So you can swing on Latin too. See? Ah. I love you, Daniel. Oh, yeah. Almost lost it. Whoa. Slippery slope. Yeah. I wish I could stay here and play for you all day. Hey, if you feel happy for this Friday, if you're happy and you know it, go to paypal.com. You know, make someone happy. And if you're getting married, oh, I don't want to leave. Is that okay? There we go, Andrew. Somebody said, can I explain how vibrato works? Remember going to church on Sunday? That's the vibrato. So that's the vibrato sound, and now I'm going to take it to the other sound, and I'm going to take it to the church sound of a different kind of church. Oh! That's as far as I can go. I love y'all. Happy Friday. Party on. See y'all tomorrow.